All right, here's Debbie in McLean, Virginia. Great to have you on the program. Hello.
Hello, Rush. I love you so much. I just wanted to mention, I was watching Marshawn Lynch this week, and I just got to thinking, what if our conservative Republican candidate could react that way to the media? Like, as I think about how Mitt Romney got trapped with the contraception question, and if our candidate, whoever he or she is, could just say, you know, these are the three things. I'm not talking about that right now. The social issues are off the table. The most important things.
It is
it's
an intriguing thought, Debbie. Now, we wouldn't want a candidate doing it the way Marshawn's doing it.
Sure.
But your whole point, just don't give them anything?
Yeah, well, you always say don't accept the premise, and it's like, you know, they're injecting something that we weren't, you know. I mean, right now,
you raise a good point. I tell you what happened with Romney. Here's Stephanopoulos, and out of the blue, asked Romney this question about, what was it, contraception?
Mm-hmm.
It comes out of the blue. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's thinking about it. Romney has manners. He's a polite guy. And after telling Stephanopoulos he didn't understand it 2 or 3 times, Stephanopoulos kept probing. He said, no, George, or whatever he answered. And that gave birth to the war on women. And it was a trick from the get-go. And all Romney was trying to do was be a polite, nice guy. And that's what you're saying. Look, don't give them the edge. Just say, silly question, not what we're talking about, not answering, George. Move on. Ask somebody else. It's an intriguing idea. I've long believed that kind of behavior is called for. Heck, I don't talk to the media, Snerdly. I have a couple of 2, 3, maybe I'll talk to, but I don't talk to them. That's what Kit did. I mean, one of the many things Kit did so well. You know, Kit was able to tell him no, but not have a Marshawn Lynch effect on him. The Marshawn Lynch, the real problem is, it's one thing to not talk to the press. The league says the players have to. They have to make themselves, during the season, at least once or twice a week, the Super Bowl, every day. And Marshawn Lynch makes himself available. The reason the drive-bys don't like Marshawn is because he insults them. And he makes them, he eventually conveys to them that he thinks their jobs are worthless and irrelevant, and that they are just out to trip him up and make him look bad, and he's not going to help them. So his posture is that he doesn't trust them, and they're this, and that's why they don't like him. It's not that he's not talking to them. It's the way he doesn't talk to them that ticks them off. He insults their very existence. To Marshawn Lynch, a gaggle of reporters is the least important and relevant thing about his job. And in his world, he doesn't need them to do his job. They have no effect on his job, one way or the other. Talking to the media is not going to have a thing to do with how many yards he gains in a game or whatever. That's his attitude. It's how he goes about telling them that. You know, you can tell somebody, sorry, I'm not talking to you. Sorry, you're worthless. You're a piece of excrement. You're out to screw me, and I'm not. Well, they're going to not like it. Because the sports drive-bys think the world hinges on what they do. For example, the sports drive-bys, they will tell you that Marshawn Lynch owes it to the fans to talk to the reporters. Why? Well, because it's the media that conveys Marshawn's message to the fans, and that means the fans will like Marshawn and like the game. So the media thinks that they are fundamentally, crucially important to the popularity of the game. And Marshawn Lynch is telling him, our game doesn't need you. We play the game every day, and you people aren't on the field. We win and lose, and you never make a tackle. Why should I talk to you? And you never are going to score points by telling a journalist he's irrelevant. You're never going to score points by telling a journalist that his job isn't necessary. And that's what Lynch does with his attitude. Now, we do the same thing. I don't talk to him. That was one of the many things great about Kit. They all loved him after he told them no. And after he told them no, they always thought maybe next time the answer would be yes. Marshawn Lynch, there is no hope. because there is no way he's going to change his mind. That's the attitude that's conveyed. That's why I tell you, folks, I've made a big deal. I still get emails from people who don't quite understand what's the big deal about saying no to people. It's hard to do and still remain respected, liked, and so this was one of the many things Kit was just brilliant at doing. I mean, all these people he's telling no to liked him. They started off not liking me to begin with, or resenting me, what have you, because of political differences. But they all loved him, every damn one of them. Had all kinds of respect because he always took their call, and he always politely told them no. And sometimes he'd tell them, look, I'll work on it, meaning me. I'll do what I can. I wouldn't hold out any hope, he just doesn't see any value in it. But there's an artful way of doing it, and Marshawn just doesn't care about the artful. He's a blunt force running back. You're in his way, he's going to mow you down. Whether you got a camera, a microphone, a notepad, or you're wearing a uniform with number 54 on it, middle linebacker.